Hi, my name is Nat, and I play Mothman in New York and co-produce Mothman in New York.
My name is Nicole Stewart.
I was asked by a brilliant director to be on board, and so I read the script, and so I was like, I'm in.
And what role do you play in Mothman?
Oh, right, I'm Lucy. I play Lucy. Right. Yeah, I play Lucy. Lucy Winchinsky. No, that's not her name.
I'm an actor because I'm not really good at anything else. I started doing it as a kid in the way that I think a lot of once bullied children did, where it was sort of a survival mechanism. And then I found out I'm kind of good at it. Hopefully, you get to decide.
I was born and raised in Mexico City, and I do speak fluent Spanish. I'm not a no sabo kid. So when I was a little girl, I used to tell my sister bedtime stories, and she would enjoy them. And so I was like, oh, maybe I am a bit of a storyteller. And when I was in the 4th grade, I did my first play. And so I was like, okay, this is crazy. I want to tell stories, and I want to tell stories about people like me, and yeah, make people laugh and stuff.
The playwright of Mothman in New York is a dear friend of mine from said bullied high school days. His name is Josh Ewing, and he is a dear friend of mine, and we he pitched the idea of Mothman in New York to me a year ago. We sort of talked about working on it together at some point, and I started going to grad school and got busy and never followed through, and then he did, and he wrote a beautiful play, in great part pushed by our producer, Leonard, and the rest is history. Josh stopped talking about it, and then 9 months later, he gave me a call and he was like, hey, can you read the script for Mothman in New York? And then it happened. The play Mothman in New York is interesting to me in a way that I think it is for a lot of, I would say, queer people as a whole, or people with socializing issues. As a late diagnosed autistic myself, it does feel like you are a bit of a creature when you enter a new situation and you have to learn how to talk to people. And I think everybody has a little bit of Mothman in them, because at some point in your life you will feel like a weird little creature talking to people that you don't know how to talk to.
I mean, I grew up reading Twilight and watching Twilight.
Everyone wants to be a part of a rom-com, fantasy, hold on tight spider monkey, if you will, moment. So I feel like, telling stories about unusual love circumstances is something that I was always kind of drawn to as a kid, and now as a young adult.
Re the cryptid Mothman, I just think he's kind of silly. Re the character, I very much understand how it feels to believe fundamentally that you are different or wrong or a monster, and have other people tell you that you're not and still not believe it because of look at me, look at the everything. And it makes him extremely vulnerable and very human, which he can't understand that makes him human, which is so juicy.
So Lucy, not Winchinsky, is a freak. No. I think that Lucy is beautiful in the way that she wants to be vulnerable. And I don't think that a lot of people, not a lot of people that I know are willing to be vulnerable and share their deepest, darkest secrets and their like what hurts. And so I feel like she's very special in the way that she's just willing to feel instead of push emotions down, which I feel a lot of us do, you know, it's a survival mechanism. But yeah, I think that Lucy is interesting in the way that she wears her heart on her sleeve, for real.
Working with Nicole is like having a little like ball of light in the room. She is so enthusiastic and so willing to, she and I think get along well because she will just take a joke and go. And I get worried that I'm derailing sometimes when I do that, but having someone else like also do it makes me feel a lot better and safer. Very curious, always prepared, and really just brings such a grounded life to Lucy, without being like the straight man opposite the creature. Like I feel like we have equal levels of goofball in our characters and performances, which is so fun to work with.
And you know, something that helps me a lot is Nat. Nat is brilliant, and they're so funny and they're so present with me. And so I feel like it's not hard to drop into Lucy when there's someone like Nat on the other side and there's someone like Emma behind the table. So
First of all, if you don't come see this show, you're fake. Second of all, I mean, this is just a very special show. Like, if you like to be freaky, but you're also kind of sweet, we will be waiting for you at the Tank Theater, and you will leave happy.
If you want to see theater that is too good for what you will pay for it, come see Mothman in New York at the Tank on July 25th and 27th. Come see Mothman in New York at the Tank on July 25th and 27th. And who knows, maybe if you want it, I'll give you a little kiss afterward. But no promises. Bye.